Hello, hello, and welcome back to Tennis Ace. We're still on day 12, because the days in this game drag on for an eternity. I set my bag down next to one of my benches, rummaging through its contents, to make sure that everything is in order. I've managed to arrive 5 minutes early for my match, a far cry from this morning. Yuya-kun isn't here yet, though. I felt tempted to go outside and chat with everyone for a little more, but I decided to take some time to concentrate. No, concentrate, yep. Take some time to concentrate is a better idea. I can read. Well, it really is quite quiet right now. A while ago, I could still hear the distant voices of the spectators coming over to watch the match. But now, there's almost nothing. Just one whisper here and there. Hello! Ugh. My heart nearly jumps out of my chest when a strange voice comes out of nowhere, eerily close to my ear. Whoa, sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. Yuya-kun. Huh, Yuya. Oh, that's nice. We're on a first-name basis already. The Akita laughs cheerfully. Oh, excuse me. Crap. I slipped out. Excuse me. I slipped up and ended up calling him by his first name. I mean, Kokonose kun. What are you? Nope, I don't like it. Huh? He sticks his tongue out at me, making a weird, high-pitched sound. I don't like it. Just call me Yuya. Yuya Sakaki. #1 duelist of the Yusho Academy. But So, Yuichi-san, it's nice to see you again. I know you'd make it all this way to the finals. When I saw the draw for the tournament, I got really excited knowing that I'd face you in the finals. It gave me even more incentive to try hard. That's nice of you. Well, that's nice to know. I'm getting swallowed up by his pace. What is this weird sense of deja vu? Is he another June type of person? Rowdy and boisterous? I don't think I could deal with two of them. Excuse me, Yuya. He cuts me off before I, can even finish saying his name. Fine, Yuya. Jeez, how demanding. Is it time for the match to start already, and I didn't notice? No, there's still 2 minutes left until that. I just wanted to say hi. He flashes me a big toothy grin, and I can't help but feel grumpy and annoyed. I get wanting to say hi, but interrupting another player when he's trying to concentrate, that's just dirty. I see, well, Yuya. But man, oh man, I can't believe I actually get to play against you. I've been looking forward to, looking up to you for years now. You're my idol. Yeah, but I guess I need to apologize beforehand. You see, I want to read all of that. Fuck you. You see, I kind of copied your style a teeny bit. Nothing major. I'm gonna fucking read it. Fuck you. Nothing major. Really, I just couldn't help but pay homage to blah blah blah. Okay, fine. But actually, we're never not getting there. Okay, I get it. You're very excited, but Jesus, take a breath here and there. You're gonna run yourself out of air. Oh, sorry. I guess I got overexcited. I've been rehearsing what I'd say when I finally met you for reals, but I ended up getting so nervous and worked up, kept coming out. Yeah, I get you. It can be rough dealing with your... Which is funny, actually, because I'm usually pretty... Hey! His eyes widen a little at my sudden shout. My voice just comes out much higher than I expected. Still, Yuya-kun merely smiles, bashfully scratching his cheek. Oops, sorry. There I go again, running my mouth again. It's just that the last time we met, I never really got to talk to you since I was running errands with a friend. I really wanted to get to know you. Don't you think that Doing it minutes before the finals is a bit of a bad timing. I guess. It's just that I didn't think you'd feel like talking to me after the match. Why not? I have no problem talking to my opponent after a match. As long as they're not a headache, that is. Well, I just didn't think you wanted to talk to me after I took your title from you, is all. What did you just say? What did you... did you just say that? I said that I'm gonna win, yeah. Huh? People say that you should never meet your heroes, but in my case, I'm ready to kick my hero's ass. No offense. None taken. Wow, my mind has gone completely blank. I have no idea how to answer this guy. I just stand there, awkwardly gaping. Gaping? Gapping. Gaping. Seriously, the balls of this guy, interrupting his opponent while he's concentrating before the match, just to nonchalantly call himself the winner. Listen, Yuya-kun, I really think I need some time to focus before the match. Excuse me, Michimiya, Konosuke, Kokonose, the match is about to start. Please go to the court. Oh yeah, I've been looking forward to this. Yuya-kun dashes to his bag, fishing a racket from inside and rushing to the net. Perfect. I turn around to get my things from my bag and... Yuichi-san, good luck! I see the guys standing on the other side of the fence, directly behind my bench, enthusiastically waving at me and smiling. All except for one, but I get it. Yuichi, do your best. Yuichi-san, go get revenge for me. Aniki, don't lose. Jeez, these guys. They're drawing so much attention to themselves with all this shouting. The Empire is now glaring in their overall direction, and yet they don't seem to care. Shouldn't at least one of them be at Saya's match right now? I won't let these things bother me. I smile at them, waving back with all of the enthusiasm I can muster. What's important is that they're all here cheering me on, and I can't disappoint them. Making my way to the center of the court, I stand in front of the net, facing Yuya-kun directly. He's constantly smiling at me the whole time, which I find a little disconcerting. Yes. We shall initiate? Yep, that's that word. A warm-up. Players may exchange shots for 3 minutes. We both go to the opposite side of the court. The umpire throws one of us a ball, and we begin lightly tapping it back to the other side, trying different shots. After a minute and a half, we switch sides, doing it over again. Once we're done, the umpire calls us back to the center of the court. Shall we use a coin to decide who gets to serve? We both nod. Michimiya will be heads. Kokonose will be tails. Heads. Michimiya, do you wish to serve first? Yeah, I'll take the serve. Good. I'm always glad to start by serving. At least this way I can put a dent on the score difference first. And hopefully deal some psychological damage. In that case, I think I'll stay on this side of the court. Very well. May the player take their positions then. I'm handed 2 balls and I slip one inside my pocket. Without delay, the two of us prepare ourselves to start playing. I take my position behind the serving line and try bouncing the ball. I take deep breaths, trying to get a feel for how my body is responding. Okay, my muscles don't seem like they're too tight right now. I guess I'm still feeling pretty good despite not getting much sleep. Time to take away this tournament in one fell swoop. I hit a flat serve, trying to go as close to the line as I can. I'm shooting for a service ace. Yuya-kun reacts almost immediately, chasing after the ball with the agility of a wild beast. My whole body freezes up when he reaches the ball. I just can't believe that he reached it. Usually my first few serves are always no-touch aces. Yuya-kun hits the ball with full force, sending it back at high speed. Luckily for me, the ball hits the net, never managing to cross over to my side. 15-0. So close. Yuya-kun clicks at the ground in annoyance, looking at the ball rolling on the floor. It's only then that I snap back to reality and realize that I've been frozen in place this whole time. This is weird. I know I wasn't just underestimating him when I thought that he wouldn't be able to reach the ball, but usually whenever a new player plays against me, he needs time to adjust to my serve. This guy, he reacted instantly to one of my fastest serves as if it was nothing. In fact, the only reason he missed was because he put too much power into the ball. No, I can't let this get to me. Yuya-kun is a very intuitive player. I noticed that from the video long ago, and Keisuke confirmed it to me this morning. You have to keep in mind that he's the type to take risks. He's going to try to score with every single shot, so get ready to have him return your serve with as much power as he can, is what Keisuke said. It hadn't really hit me how true his words were until I saw this. Right now, it was definitely aiming for a return ace. If I give this guy even the tiniest of openings, he's going to... sorry. If I give this guy even the tiniest of openings, he's going to blow my defense apart. Alright, give him no quarter. I try to blow away this feeling of discomfort that's taking over me. Blow it away with my next serve. This time I go for a slice that quickly responds to this, escapes to the side. If he's going to try and push me back with power, then I'm sure to, I'll make sure to make my serve extra slippery so he won't be able to control the ball all that well. All I was expecting him to as I expect him to return the ball like he did with the last time, my whole body tenses up in anticipation, prepping to start running in whichever direction he sent the ball. Instead, and to my surprise, Yuya-kun froze as soon as the ball began to curve, merely watching as it passed by him. Whoa, it curves that much? Didn't look like it in the videos. 30-0. Ugh, I was so busy admiring the shot that I forgot to return it. Yuya-kun immediately ran back to his receiving position to prepare himself for the next serve. This guy is really odd. No distractions. I gotta keep my head in the game. If the spin at the last serve causes him to surprise, then how about I try to impart as much topspin as I can into my next serve. The ball should bounce closer to the net and then kick up at a sharp angle. If he isn't careful, he might miss the timing in return. Just as I imagine, Yuya-kun completely misses the timing and ends up hitting the air with the racket. I think I'm dimly aware of the fact that I'm gaping right now. 40-0. The Akita pouts, fiddling with the strings of his racket. Was that first return just a fluke? It didn't look like it, but... well, it doesn't matter right now. It looks like I'll be able to run away with the first game, so I should just focus on that. First set, won by Michimiya. Game count, 6-4. That went well. I throw myself out on top of the bench, taking the opportunity to sip on some of the energy drinks that I brought with me. Yeah, this is weird. His way of playing has left me completely confused. There are times when he seems like he might completely overwhelm me, and then out of nowhere, just that feeling fades. I still feel incredibly uncomfortable playing against him, but it seems like I had no reason to. To be honest, I don't even know how he could have beaten Keikun so easily. I can imagine the two having a close match, but not overwhelming defeat. And yet, the fur on the back of my neck, is still standing on attention. Every nerve in my body is telling me to be careful. I feel like I'm being haunted by a wild animal. Looking over to Yuya-kun, I can't even see his face as he's completely covered his head with a towel. He's tapping his leg a lot. Is he nervous? Maybe his nerves have been getting to him and he hasn't been able to play his best. Well, regardless. Excuse me. My only concern right now should be winning this. If I can take the second set as easily as I did the first, then this match shouldn't last more than an hour.
It's time. Will the players please return to the court?
Those were some quick 2 minutes. Well, Yuya-kun should be the one to serve next. As soon as my eyes meet Yuya, my body tenses up. His eyes are completely different from before. His pupils have dilated so much. He really does look like a wild beast right now. Is this all just because of his focus? Because if so, that's some serious concentration power right there. Just to on the side of caution, I decide to take one step back for this first serve. I'd be giving up my super offensive position, but at least I'll have more time to react to a serve. I take my position and prepare myself. Once it's clear that we're both ready to resume play, Yuya tosses the ball up high to start his serve and... Huh? What just happened? Just like that, everyone has suddenly gone silent. Yuya's positioning. Wait, he already served? I turn around and see the ball stuck on one of the fence's chain links. What? How is the ball already there? How could he serve so fast? I barely had time to react. That serve was just as fast as Murasaki-san's fastest serve. Even the umpire seems to be at a loss. He's staring at the ball completely dumbfounded. Oh, that looks a bit loud. Let's turn that audio down just a little bit.
Hey, shouldn't you be making the call?
Yuya-kun calls his attention, and only then does he seem to snap back to reality.
Right. I'm sorry. 15-0.
Did you see how fast that ball went? Holy shit! It was even faster than Yuichi's.
How can a no-name player serve that fast? And he's pretty good, too.
The crowd is suddenly being so noisy. It's like a dam suddenly broke and all their voices are even louder than before. I can barely hear my own thoughts over all the voices.
Silence, please! The match will resume.
At the umpire's behest, the spectators stop shouting so much. But it looks like Yuya wasn't bothered by it in the slightest. In fact, it's almost as if he didn't even notice them at all. He was already in his position, ready to serve next, again. His concentration is really scary. Shit, I'm starting to feel uneasy again. What the hell was that serve? Is he going to start serving like that every time now? What was even the catalyst? That's too sudden a change to have come out of nowhere. Yuichi-san seems to be struggling a lot to keep up with his opponent. Even though he was doing so well in his first set, it seems as if with every passing point, it becomes harder and harder for him to keep up.
Shit.
What? Yeah,
shit. It's really starting.
Starting? What do you mean? I turn to look at Keisuke-san, confused by his words.
It's the same thing that happened to you, isn't it, Urashira? Yeah, I thought that it wouldn't happen again since Kokonose didn't show any sign of it in the first set, but...
Didn't show any sign of what? What's going on?
So this is what it was. Even, Akiyoshi-kun mumbles something out. When I look over at him, his face was scrunched up in a look of worry. Even you, Akiyoshi-kun? What are you guys talking about? Just then, the sound of the ball hitting the fence echoed loudly, making me yelp.
Game 1. Kokonose. 4-1. Oh, so you noticed it too, Michimi-san.
Akiyoshi-kun nods. To be honest, I didn't notice anything at first, but I walked in on Aniki watching his video quite frequently, and sometimes I stuck around to watch them too. Aniki was always going on about how having a bad feeling whenever he watches them, and kept saying that he felt like something was wrong. I didn't really understand what he was talking about. But seeing in person is a whole nother story. What's wrong? Is there something wrong with the match?
His switch flipped.
His switch? Shuichi-san nodded, without offering any explanation. Can't someone just tell me what's going on here? I'm sorry, June, but it's no point.
Not exactly, but I suppose that's one way to put it. The thing is, it's really hard to notice watching from the video, but seeing it in person allows you to notice a lot of new details that you can't otherwise. And playing against him allows you to notice even more. But then again, Yuichi-san has always been a little slow on the uptake, so maybe he hasn't realized it yet. To put it bluntly, Kokonose is improving as the match goes on.
Improving? You mean he's getting better?
Keisuke-san nods, his look almost somber. At a very rapid pace, I might add. The same thing happened when I played against him. At first, I wasn't having much trouble against him, but then out of nowhere, as if he had flipped a switch, he changed completely. From that point on, his reactions are going to start getting faster and faster. His shots are going to get stronger and much more accurate, and strategies will start failing against him one after another. It's as if he's entered a state of rapid growth in the middle of the match. I've heard that very talented players could do that, but I've never seen it in person before.
Wait, what are you saying that? So you're saying that he's learning how to deal with Yuichi-san just like that?
Game 1. Kokonose, 5-3.
The three of them seem to be so focused on the match that they're not even paying attention to what I'm saying anymore.
Damn, this hurts to watch.
Hey! I wave my hands in front of Keisuke-san's face to try to add to get his attention. He grabs my wrist and pushes my hands down. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. I tried to tell Yuichi-san before the match, but he just dismissed my worry, saying that there's no way something like that could happen in real life.
Puh, figures. He's such a thick-headed idiot sometimes. Not to mention the lack of self-awareness. He used to be the that exact type of player. Yeah, yeah. Now that you mention it, I guess I caught a few glimpses of it when those players visited us from the US, but nothing at this level.
Shuichi-san nods.
When Morisaki visited, Yuichi-san definitely took a few steps forward, but he's nowhere near the level he was back in middle school. It's like he's been staggered ever since. He used to be just like this boy he's playing against right now. He'd improve tremendously whenever he played against a strong opponent. Back then, he always had this look in his face, as if he was having loads of fun. The harder the match, the better.
I try taking a better look at his face, but I can't see any of what Shuichi-san is talking about. To me, it just looks like he's in pain. Shuichi-san nods again. He's crossing his arms so tightly that his claws are starting to leave scratch marks on his own skin. Shuichi-san, stop that! I pull his arms apart, and he takes some time to examine them. Good. Looks like he didn't get so far as to break the skin. There's no bleeding.
Oh, I didn't even notice. But yeah, you're right. Yuichi is a completely different guy from who he was 3 years ago. In fact, watching his opponent reminds me of how he used to play a lot more than watching him does. It's ironic.
I don't remember a lot from 3 years ago. My memories are kind of fuzzy. I guess I wasn't very attentive back then, but I remember Aniki starting to grow more and more frustrated ever since his first year in middle school. Eventually, he just gave up, and he didn't have the guts to admit that he gave up. So he kept trying in name only.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yuichi's skills have barely improved at all since 3 years ago, when Morisaki came from the US. And again, when he started partnering up with Urashiraha, I thought that maybe he'd turn around, but he always went right back to the starting point as soon as it felt like the spark might have be coming back. Crap. He's getting really overwhelmed by Kokonose right now. If he doesn't do something quick. While I wasn't looking, I hear a sound of as if something had been dropped. When I look back, everyone's faces are plastered with shock. Damn it! What's going on here? The first set was so easy, but now he feels like a completely different person. His reactions have been steadily getting faster since the beginning of the second set. It's getting harder and harder to score points. It's like he suddenly leveled up in every single parameter by a whole lot. I'm stuck in a defending position, about 3 steps away from the baseline, from where I am. I have no hope of counterattacking. I'm just trying to stick out to the point from as long as I can, in the hopes that I can try this around. I can turn this around. Yuya-kun hits another ball full of topspin directly to my backhand. Am I just imagining things, or has he been aiming for my backhand a whole lot more since the start of the second set? Shit, has he realized that I don't have as much accuracy with it? Not only that, his topspin shots are different somehow. The timing to return them has gotten a lot more tricky. It's like every single shot has a wildly different amount of topspin from the last. When I think I finally got the hang of it, he changes things up completely, and I'm back to square one. My legs are heavy. This set has been a lot more physically draining than the last one. There's no comparison. And he's already taken my serve. He's already broken my serve. If I can't find a way to break his right this instant, then there's no hope of me winning the second set. 5-3. He really drew himself a huge lead while I was too shocked to react. I didn't get what's happening here, and in the middle of all this action, I barely have time to think. I can't even come up with a strategy to get out of this. Well, not that I've ever been good with strategies to begin with. I'm unable to react. A particularly strong shot he launches at the open court. The ball smashes against the fence, making it echo with the sound of the metal. 40-0. Shit. Shit, fuck, damn it. I can barely even stand up right now. How did I get so tired? He'd been running around me, the bastard. I'm heaving to lean forward and gasp for air to try to for some air to come into my lungs. And breathing burns so much right now. Oh, you alright? Damn, the umpire is looking my way. He looks like he's genuinely worried. I'm fine, just a bit winded. He nods. I quickly get back to my position before he has the chance to chastise me for the delay. Even if he is sympathetic to me, the rules are rules. It's my own fault for not handling my stamina very well. But God, to be running on fumes by the end of the second set, all of a sudden, it looks like I'm in a pinch. I give a signal to Yuya-kun, telling him that I'm ready to continue.
His face is almost like stone right now. I can't read him at all. Before I could tell everything, every little thing he has he was feeling because of how impressive his face was. Now, there's nothing. He's completely unreadable. Ah, shit. He started to serve while I wasn't paying attention. I need to run to the ball. Shit, I got to reach it. That serve doesn't look like it was very powerful. It looks like he put a lot of power and a lot of topspin on the ball to try and catch me by surprise. No way I'm letting this one go through. I managed to get the ball just in time to... Shit. Fuck, I didn't even notice. I wasn't holding my racket right. Only half of my hand was gripping it with the force of the ball and ended up making it fly off. Game set? Wait, game and second set won by Kokonose. Game count 6-3. Damn, this was my fault. I got so hung up on trying to figure out what was happening that I stopped paying attention to what I was doing. I leaned down to pick up my Ow. I immediately jumped back, holding my thumb as a sharp pain shoots through it. Yu-Kun and the umpire immediately noticed my pained yelp. Are you alright? Yeah, I'm just, Shit, I think I hurt my finger when the racket flew out of my hand. I think I sprained my thumb when the racket flew out of my hand. Could you, help me, apply some taping? Of course! The fox quickly, got down from his chair, picking up a first aid kit, that was stored under it, and rushes to my side, and as I sat down on the bench. Ouch, damn it! This hurts. I'm no doc, but this definitely looks like a sprain. Would you like to ask for a medical timeout on top of the set break? Yeah, if you'd be so kind. The umpire quickly applies a very tight taping. Tapping? Wouldn't it be tape? Yeah, taping. It's taping. To my finger and gets back onto his chair. We shall be back. We shall be taking a 3-minute break after this timeout due to a medical issue. Good thing this is only a prefectural level tournament. If this were nationals, I don't think the umpire would have even bothered to help me with the taping. Shit, my finger feels really rigid and painful. Are you alright? Yuya-kun pops up, looking down at me with worry. And now he has expressions again. Yeah, I'm fine. It's just a sprain. I'm so sorry. Hey, it's alright. This isn't your fault. I wasn't paying attention to my grip. I was barely even holding onto my racket at that point. It would have probably flown out of my hand on the next swing anyway. Okay. Gee, stop looking down at me with such worried eyes. It's hard to think of you as an opponent when you're acting so kind towards me. Even though I've already dismissed his concern, he continues to stand there looking at me. Yuya-kun? Yeah? Shouldn't you sit down and use the break to manage your stamina? Oh, sorry. I was, making you uncomfortable by standing so close. I guess he noticed. A little bit, yeah. Sorry, I'll get out of your hair, but, if you need any help, you can call me. I wasn't expecting that. Guess he really is a nice guy, if a little too enthusiastic. I get the feeling I've, said these same words about someone else not too long ago. Excuse me. Yuichi? Yeah? My attention is snapped back to my surroundings when I hear a voice calling my name. This is the third time I've called you already. Are you alright? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Is it time already? Yes. Please get back to the court. I don't want to have to give you a time violation. Sorry. I'll get to it. Okay, deep breaths. Just try to pick up the racket. Are you alright? Shit, guess he noticed me flinching when I picked it up. I'll be fine. It's just a little tender, that's all. It'll pass. At least I hope it will. The Umpire nods, still frowning with worry. God, I really hope this doesn't get in the way of my playing. We will now resume the match. Michimiya will take the first serve. Alright, deep breaths. Did he just drop this racket?
Seems more like it was blown out of his hand.
He's hurt. Yuichi-san reaches down to pick up his racket, but immediately drops it again, clutching his hand. Did he hurt his wrist?
Doesn't look like it. Looks more like it was his hand. It's still not good.
Do you think he's going to be alright?
Who cares? Can you believe that Michimiya just lost a set?
I can't believe a player I've never heard about before has taken a set away from him. The not at all subtle whispers of the people in the in the audience are easily heard by us. All three of the guys I'm with have their faces scrunched up in varying levels of anger and annoyance.
What's the big deal about it? Isn't it normal to lose a set sometimes?
You don't get it. It is a big deal in this case.
Why?
Aniki has never dropped a single set in the prefectural level tournaments. Not even once in the past 6 years.
What? Is that even possible?
Shuichi-san nods, his eyes stuck to Yuichi-san's figure as he receives medical aid from the referee.
It's pretty difficult, for sure. It helps that Saitama isn't exactly filled to the brim with strong players. Other than Yuichi, Urashiraha was the best that our prefecture had to offer. Hey. Sorry. What I meant to say is that the difference in skill is absurd. Up until now, Yuichi was considered the best tennis player to ever come from the Saitama prefecture.
Up until 3 years ago, he was considered the best to ever come from Kanto. He was Japan's star child. A child star, whatever. There were tons of experts banking on him making a professional debut before he even finished high school. People expected him to make it big, as in world top 10 big. Those plans kind of took a back seat when he started, when his playing started to deteriorate a few years ago.
Didn't all that stuff happen before you met him, Keisuke? How do you know all about it?
Keisuke-san looks away, fumbling for an answer.
Yeah, Urashiraha, tell us. You act as if you barely even know anything about Yuichi when we first met. How come you suddenly know this much?
It was on the news all the time, okay? I just didn't think it was relevant to mention back then.
I see.
He does sound sincere. He doesn't sound sincere at all.
Can you two stop bickering and just pay attention to what's going on? The medical timeout is about to end. They're going to start playing again.
Sorry, my bad.
Did they really just really get chastised by a 12-year-old? Yuichi-san, please hang in there. Just to try to ignore the pain as much as I can. If I let it bother me too much, I won't be able to concentrate on the match. Yuya-kun has already gotten to his position. For someone who was so clearly worried not a few minutes ago, his face is now maddeningly blank. Jeez, is there a switch on him that he can just flip whenever he wants to get like that? And where do I get one like it? Ouch. Shit, that hurt a bit. I froze for a second after serving. I can't let myself be delayed. Fault. Huh? I guess I messed up at the last second when the pain shot up and ended up missing. No worries. I still get one more try. But I can't be too risky with my second serve, so I'll stay away from high power shots. Instead, I'll go with a low bounce
slice that curves a little to the left, to the side. It won't have a crazy amount of spin, but this is the best I can do without being reckless. Just like in the second set, his reaction is almost instant. The moment he ascertains the direction of my shot, he's already on his way. My serve wasn't particularly fast, so he could reach it with no issue. Yu Yu-kun returns with a cross. I was already running to the center, but of the center of the court, so this forces me to double take. Ugh. Shit, this hurts. The ball flies straight into the net. 0-15. Ugh. I'll have to be more careful with my shots. If I try to pull away from the swing because of my finger, I'll end up missing my target. Alright, don't mind it. I take a few more deep breaths before serving again. This time, I go with a very risky topspin shot. Since I haven't managed to score any ace, well, with my flats, and the timing of those is too unpredictable, I'll sacrifice immediate scoring ability in favor of an average of the rally. Whatever. If I can get his return to be ever even a little bit off, that could be the advantage I need to get that point. Yu Yu-kun sends the ball back with a strong, flat straight. But I see it. His return was just a little shallow. If I can capitalize on this, then I should be able to score. You might be playing better than usual, but I've already recomposed myself for the most part. You're not catching me by surprise like you did in the second set. If it's a power contest, I should still win. There's no way I can miss the moment when the stance would crumble. Strike. 15 all. Yes. I do a slight fist pump to celebrate this point. This is good. Yu Yu-kun caught me by surprise in the second set, and the shock of it caused my play to worsen. But I've had time to recompose myself. Even if he's reacting fast, I can still contend. I won't let him overwhelm me, no matter how much he improves during the... Wait, improve? Isn't this what Keisuke was telling me about before the match? Right around the beginning of the fourth game, he started to improve a lot. Improve? As in, he focuses more? No, I mean that he was literally improving. He was leveling up, as if that makes it any easier for you to understand. I watched his skills grow right in the middle of the match. What? That's ridiculous. What? Oh, whoops. That's fine. I'm telling you what I saw. Keikun, growth is something that takes a long time. It would be hours of practice before you could even notice a difference. And you're talking about a guy improving dramatically out of nowhere. You had to have been imagining things. I told you, that's what I saw. Hey, you two, what's taking you guys so long? Right. I thought that there was no way someone could improve right in the middle of a match, but it turns out I was wrong. Can't wait for this match to be over so I can get Keisuke's "I told you so" face. Well, if that's what's happening, then there isn't much I can do to counter that. If it's not a matter of strategy, then no matter how much I strategize, I can't overcome it. But that's only if it ends up becoming better than me. If he ends up becoming better than me. I get the feeling that as far as skill is concerned, I'm still ahead. I'll just do my best to settle this quick. Stalling would be counterintuitive at this point. The longer I let this match go on, the more he'll improve. In that case, if I want to settle this fast, then I have to make an extra push. Forget about the risks. Just barely control the ball enough so that it goes in. And hit him with a serve filled with 120 power. Percent power, whatever. Blah, blah. The ball flies straight into the net, not even close to going over it. Oops. Fault. I guess that was a bit too risky. No, this is good. This is exactly what I have to do right now. Yukun has taken a step forward. Anyone would expect their opponent to go with a low-risk approach on their second serve. In that case, safety be damned. Hit it even harder. What? He attempts to swing to return the ball, but his racket only comes into contact with air. Did it go in? Was that one good? We both look at the Empire with anticipation. He looks conflicted, as if he's struggling to make a call. Eventually he opens his mouth and... Double fault. 15-30. No. Before I can control myself, I shout it out loud, with both of them turning to look at me in surprise. Do you have a problem with my call? No. I was just a reflex, sorry. Whoa, I can't even look up at him right now. My eyes are glued to my feet. I feel like a kid who just tried to defy his parents. Very well. If you'd please, carry on with your next serve. Oh, right. I completely forgot. Sighing, I attempt to recompose myself. I shouldn't tarry much longer, but I always have a few seconds between serves. Right now, trying to avoid piling up more stress is the right call. Double faulting is one of the most stressful things in tennis. If I let that stress mount up, eventually I won't be able to handle it and I'll be crushed. Before this can happen, I have to let it out of my system. Breathe in, breathe out. In through my nose, feel the air going all the way down into my lungs, and then out of my mouth. In, out. Yuichi, you've already taken 15 seconds. Take 15 more, and I'll have to issue you a time violation. It's alright, I'm all done. I feel better right now, at least. And even if I get the violation, it wouldn't be too bad. I have to make sure my head is in the right place. I'm not allowed to make any more mistakes. 15-30. If I screw this up, he'll hold the break point. If he breaks my first serve of the set and gets ahead, I'm not sure that I'll be able to catch up. In that case, even if it would be the logical choice, I'll forego a conservative approach. This match is going to be about guts. I shouldn't be afraid to take risks, even if it fails me even if it failed me the last time. I hit a powerful topspin shot. Instead of tightly aiming close to the lines, I'll be satisfied as long as the ball goes in. I went in. Yu manages to return, but he was caught off guard by that shot. Right now, I have to take the advantage, using the time to take him to recover, and... Well, serve and volley! Strike! I slammed the ball straight down from my position right on top of the net. There was no way I could miss. Yuya-kun doesn't have time to react to reach the ball as it flies away in the opposite direction. 30 all. Yes. I lift both of my hands up towards the sky, shouting out in joy. It worked. My high-risk strategy worked. Now I have to take care to make sure it keeps working. Or so I'd like to say, but even I know that constantly taking risks like these wouldn't be feasible. Instead, I'll make sure to pepper these high-risk shots together with a more conservative pace. If I can break away from a highly defensive stance straight into a strong attack, I just might confuse him. If he's going to get used to my playstyle, then I just have to overwhelm him with a different attack pattern, so he doesn't figure out which one I'm going to do next. Heh, that's funny. I'm starting to feel like Keikun right here. Is this what it feels like to use your brain? I get back to my serve line, to try this again, but... Huh? Yuya-kun. He just stands in the center of the court. Kokonose, is everything alright? His face is incredibly somber. He's just staring off into the ground. Is he looking at where my last shot landed? Kokonose, please get into position so we can resume the match. Whoa, is he seriously not hearing the Empire? I can already see the fox's face scrunch up. He's starting to get annoyed. Kokonose, it's already been 15 seconds. 15 more, and it'll be a time violation. He's seriously not responding at all. Is he alright? The Empire continues to stare at him for what feels like an eternity. Kokonose, it has been 15 seconds. It has been 30 seconds. I'm issuing you a time violation. Oh, if he gets another time violation, he'll lose the point. And yet he still hasn't even acknowledged the Empire's existence. He's just staring at the ground with a really dark look on his face. Yuya-kun! My sudden shout makes both the Empire and Yuya jump in surprise. What? Michimimiya-san, is something the Wait, Mr. Empire, why are you glaring at me like that? Kokonose, I've issued you a time violation. You have 5 seconds to get back to your position before I give you another one. What about the call? He called you tons of times. Just get back to your position already. Oh, really? Sorry. I'll get right back to it. He runs back to his spot, waving at me to signal that he's ready. What the hell was that? Was he focusing so much that he didn't even hear us? Just how weird can this guy get? Well, it doesn't matter. I'll just ignore it for now and focus on playing. This time I go for a very slow slice, focusing on adding more spin and carefully aim the brute force. Even if I can't make the stance crumble. His stance crumble just from that. Hopefully I'll catch him off guard and make it so his return is imperfect. A perfect return. His ball went super deep into the court, almost touching the baseline. If it's like this, then we'll be locked in a battle of ground strokes. I feel like I should have the advantage on those, but for some reason, I've been struggling to make a dent in his form for the past set. He's not letting up. Each and every one of his shots is aiming to score the point. Even when I think I've got him in a bad position, he still goes in for the kill, regardless of the risks. I know that I can barely risk. I can be pretty reckless at times, but this guy is on a whole new level. He's taking risks left and right. Every single shot he makes has a pretty considerable chance of missing. And yet, they all go in. What is happening? He's starting to look at me, started to push me back little by little. If I let this point go for longer, then the chances of me recovering are going to drop considerably. And yet, should I just give up on this point and focus on the next one? But then we'll be stuck on a deuce, and that's really not the the place I want to be in right now. If I have no choice but to lose the point now or later, then I'm going to take another stupid risk. I'll go with a drop shot. It works. Yuya-kun froze just for a second. Even though he manages to return the ball, he's now in a bad position. Not only that, his return wasn't deep or powerful. I can counter it. Huh. My shot hits the floor of the on the other side of the court, far from his reach. Game 1, Michimimiya, 1-0. Yes, that's how it's done. Well, the crowd is really noisy today. Actually, aren't there more people here than usual? Is anyone even watching the girls' final? The sides of the court are so packed with people that I can barely see beyond them. I know this is a big tournament for our prefecture, but it's still a local one. Why are there so many people here on a Sunday? Michimimiya! Oh, sorry. Crap, I'm wasting time. Alright, I gotta be extra prepared for his serve. Out of all the areas he's been improving on, the serve is the most dangerous. They keep getting faster and more precise. If I'm even a second late, I won't be able to reach it. Yuya-kun is quietly bouncing the ball over and over on his side of the court. I'm terrified. It terrifies me a little when I think of him serving again. I couldn't touch him at all. I couldn't touch him at all during his serve game on the last set, and if I can't break his serve, then I don't want to think about it. Yuya-kun finally grips the ball in his hand, lifting his head to me, to look at me with a glare so fierce that I feel as if it could cut me down. I took 2 steps back from my usual attacking position. If I step back even further, then I'll be completely stuck on defense. But if I'm not careful, I don't know whether I should attack or defend. While I'm too busy being distracted, Yuya-kun serves. Shit! Don't get distracted after giving him the okay signal. I managed to reach the ball at the last possible second, just barely tapping it over the other side of the court. But Michimiya quickly returns up to the net, settling the point with a smash. 15-0. Stupid. So incredibly stupid. Why did I have to get distracted right now of all times? His first serve of the set is the most crucial moment for me. If I manage to distract his rhythm here, I could potentially set him back for the rest of the set. Now I lost my chance. That serve is going to serve as a considered confidence booster, and he's going to carry it into the next one. I have to take him down before he manages to build up on it. Yuya-kun takes his next serve, a strong, fast slice, attacking my backhand. So he's still going after that, huh? Since I don't have as much precision with my backhand, I tend to drop the power on the last on those shots to avoid making unnecessary errors. Yuya-kun is specifically targeting that, pinning me to the specific side of the court so that I can't counterattack. Well, if I'm looking for a chance to attack, it's now. If I'm going to do something to break the cycle, then it should be here. One extra step. It was probably the hardest one to take, but I take that one extra step to circle around his shot and hit with a forehand. Against a weaker opponent, that one extra step would be all it takes to score that point. A risky, high-level technique to perfectly return on a turnabout. It would be perfect against a weaker opponent. Yuya-kun easily reaches that shot, almost as if he was expecting it. And just as I begin running to the other side of the court to defend against a powerful shot, I notice that the ball is dropping. I remain frozen in place, merely watching the ball bounce on the floor right next to the net. Yuya-kun returns my counterattack with a drop shot. I was so focused on defending from another powerful attack that I completely disregarded the possibility of a drop shot. To be honest, I just couldn't imagine someone like him having such delicate technique as to hit a perfect drop shot like that. It was my mistake to overlook it. 30-0. If I don't come up with something quick, this is how the rest of the set is going to go. And going by the fact that my legs are shaking, I don't think my stamina would last a tiebreaker. I have to find a way to break his serve, and to hold mine. Easier said than done. Yuya-kun hits another flat shot at an unbelievable angle. Even shots that seem to be downright impossible, he continues to put away with ease. He barely makes any mistakes, even though the difficulty of his shot is ramping up considerably. Even though I'm playing my best and my mind is completely clear and focused. Even though I'm at my peak, I can barely keep up anymore. Game set. Kokunose, 5-all. I'm exhausted. My legs are quivering.
barely barely able to stand. I've made it this far purely on guts. But guts can only get you so far, and now I'm running on fumes. It's my turn to serve again. If I lose this game, all he needs to do is keep his next serve to win. The pressure is on. The pressure is at an all-time high. Why is it that at such an important time, my hands feel so cold? So cold, I can't feel my hands anymore. Shit, I'm starting to crumble under pressure. Me losing to the pressure? You've got to be kidding me. But this feels just like my match against Takagi. Takagi. Just remembering that guy, remembering all the humiliating defeats. I can't see straight. Everything is a blur. Crap. And now my hands are sweating too. I'm having a hard time just holding onto my racket. Michimiya, please hurry up to your position. I'm getting called. Shit. Calm down, Yuichi. You faced worse. Just breathe. And if I lose this tournament here, no. Don't think like that. What should I do? It'll be no good if I just try to power through it. If I don't take the time to recompose myself, I could end up making a mistake. And doing that so late in the match, it could spell out the end. I need to build up on a point more than anything. If I lose the point because I chose a bad strategy, my morale would tank. I can't let that stress carry on with me. Right now, I need to relax. Just breathe in as much as I can. Feel the air filling up my lungs and hold it in for a few seconds. Let it all out. Focus on my muscles one at a time. First my feet, then my calves. From the sole of my feet to the tips of my fingers, all the way to my head. Feel them relaxing one by one. Michimiya, it's been 30 seconds. I'm issuing you a time violation. Ignore the umpire's call for now. I haven't gotten a violation so far, so this one won't do anything to me. I have 14 more seconds before he has to issue me another one. I'll use every single one of those seconds to make sure that I'm as relaxed as I can be. I need my mind to be as clear as possible. This is it. I'm all out of time. I'm sorry for taking so long. I'm ready now. The umpire stares at me with a frown. Hey, sorry, man. I have to do what I have to do. I might not be 100% relaxed, but my mind is definitely a lot clearer. I can't really analyze Yuya-kun like Hei-kun would, but now that I think about it, I distinctly remember one small detail. It was really minor, so I never stopped to pay attention to it before. But now that I think about it, whenever I hit a quick, flat shot to his backhand, he always returns it with a cross slice. Maybe I can capitalize on that. Either way, I won't know until I try. I try to hit a strong, flat shot, making sure to correct for my aim. 70% power should suffice. I try to hit as close to the line as possible to force Yuya-kun into using his backhand. As soon as he starts to run for the ball, I prepare myself. If I run too soon, he'd just correct the course and would shoot for the other side instead. I have to wait until he's just about to hit and can't change the direction. Of the shot anymore. It's a gamble, but I'll bet my chips on it. Now, Yuya-kun hits a cross slice just as I predicted. I've begun to run a split second before he made contact with the ball. If it's like this, I have ample time to get ready. I cut into the ball's path. I'll return it as a half volley. I'll position myself just in the center of the court, and I'll aim for the farthest corner of the side. Go! What? Before he even has time to react, the shot that he was so confident on was suddenly returned to him at the worst possible time. The ball passes with no contest, bouncing on top of the baseline and flying straight for the fence. Yes! I did it! I managed to come up with a strategy to carry it to the completion. I'm still in the running. Yuya looks like Yuya has noticed that what I did now, and he doesn't look all happy about it. Huh, sucks to be you. I'll just have to carry this momentum forward before he can recompose himself and catch up to me. I'll pummel him with one strong shot. Since the start of the match, I've been cycling through my serves very evenly. But there's one thing I haven't done even once during the whole game. Consecutive quick flat serves. No matter how I look at it, Yuya-kun's reaction was way too fast. This is beyond the realm of just reacting. Did he predict my shot? Not only that, his return was incredibly risky, returning a strong flat with another strong flat, and on such a tight course, he was aiming towards the open space on the other side of the court, but he was also aiming just short of the service line. An angle so absurd that just the idea of using that to return a flat shot boggles my mind. This guy doesn't just have guts, he's completely crazy. Damn it, if I don't run... Michimiya, are you alright? Yeah, I just tripped, that's all. What the hell did I even trip on? Do I have any bruises anywhere? No, everything seems to be in order. Good thing I didn't hurt myself. That would have been a pathetic way to lose the match. 15 all. That just cost me the point, too. Shrugging it off, that was a fluke. Although, I'm being completely honest, my chances of getting it after that super strong flat was pretty low. Yuya-kun is really close to the net, and why is he looking at me like that? Is there dirt on me, or something? Yuya-kun? If you're trying to catch me by surprise, then you really shouldn't telegraph your next move. Huh? Honestly, consecutive quick flats? From that last point, it was already obvious that you were trying to put more than that, put more thought into your play. If I take that into consideration, of course you'd want to catch me by surprise with that serve. In that case, you'd go with a one combination you'd done the least during the day. Consecutive flat shots. That would be a very good idea if it weren't so obvious. Please take me more seriously than that. Then he immediately turns around, walking back to his spot on the court. What just happened? What was that about? Was he trying to rile me up? No, it didn't feel like that. This guy really doesn't make much sense. Oh well, none of that matters right now. 15 all, my situation isn't half bad right now. Even if we're tied, I'm still doing fairly good. Now that my mind is focused again, I can see the court much more clearly. My body is also seems to be move more quickly. That's not as much wasted energy. I didn't even notice how stiff my body had gotten. Pressure is really scary. Now to think about it, even though I've been in high pressure situations tons of times, I never once managed to overthrow my pressure, did I? I always just try to ignore it and play through it. I am really pathetic. I guess there's nothing wrong with it as long as I recognize my mistake. When I think about it, I really do have a penchant for giving up without even trying everything, don't I? I was ready to give up this match just before just because it got a little rough. When in reality, the situation wasn't nearly as hopeless as I thought it out to be. I can still win this as long as I do my best. It's been so long since I've played a high-risk match. I was always beaten so easily by Tagagi, and then I never really got to enjoy it. Facing someone that's so evenly matched with me, not knowing whether I'm going to win or not. This feels amazing. My body is moving so lightly now, even more than when the match started. This part's running long, isn't it? Well, I guess this is as good as a point as any to end it here, so I'll see you around, everyone.